would say the Volnays, the Chambols. I love elegant wines. I'd say it's probably more stylistically there were winemakers I liked, and I think that probably was the first thing that attracted me to them into certain areas, and I think that's still the case. Some people, I think everyone has a different taste profile, and I could give you, a one-liner on what each terroir tastes like, but part of it is it's all personal taste, and also the winemakers there. And as I've said this week here in Chicago, there are some winemakers who are fantastic winemakers and get great scores, and everyone says this is a perfectly made wine, but they're old cusses, and they're really difficult to deal with. They're not much fun to be around, and so therefore their wines are less interesting to me. Yet someone who might have not the perfect wine where there are faults in the wine, but the person's adorable, I'll drink that wine any day of the week. So I think this is it's a more nuanced answer to kind of the typical, what do you like, what you don't like. It's more like, who do I like and who do I like it with at what given time. But that's also a very European French answer versus an American palate or American business answer about what got the best frickin' score. That doesn't interest me, because basically most of the wines you consumers get now are not faulty wines. I think this is what's interesting. When I started hanging out in wine stores 25 years ago in the late 80s, there was a lot of bad wine out there, faulty wine that was not drinkable. What the big change, and love Parker, hate Parker, and the whole system of wine ratings, what it's done, it's forced bad wine. It's basically cleaned up bad wine. So right now, one as a consumer can go out, and it's really hard to find a faulty bottle of wine. The biggest problem is it's hard to find a bottle of wine that sings, that moves you to tears, that has a voice. That I find the tragedy in it, because there's a sameness to so many wines out there, and most people don't know that, and that's too bad. That's too bad.